Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to work on our back health. So let's start by checking our posture, standing tall. Shoulders are down, your back is straight, your chin is lifted and tucked in slightly. Good. We're going to start with our warm-up. So lifting our shoulders up and taking them back, going into some big shoulder rolls. You want to maintain that nice posture the whole time. And now reach your arms forward, draw your elbows back. Keep your shoulders down here. Working through those shoulder blades, warming them up, getting them ready to work. And now take your hands up towards the ceiling. Big stretch, bending at the elbows, draw your arms down and back. We'll do that one more time, reaching up. Kind of like you have an elastic band in your hands and you're pulling it down. Good. Now go ahead and grab your weights. If you don't have your weights, just pause the video and go get them and come on back. Come on down to the floor. We're going to start by taking our weights in our hands and come into a plank position. So you can stay on your knees if you need to. Come up onto your toes if you can. Going into a renegade row. We're going to pull our elbows back. Try not to let the body rock too much. It's going to rock a little bit. We want to minimize it as much as possible. And just drawing that elbow back, squeezing through the shoulder blades. Notice how while you're here, your core is nice and tight. We're trying to keep our glute cheeks tucked in. 2 more each side. Good. Come onto your knees if you were on your toes. Bringing one leg forward. I'm going to drape our torso over our thigh and come into a reverse fly. So soft bend in the elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep looking down at the floor. You don't want to crane through the neck. A few more. 2 more repetitions. Good. Bring the weights back down to the floor. We're going back into that plank position for another set of our renegade rows. Make sure you're breathing here, never holding the breath. One more each side. Good, dropping to knees. Slide the other leg forward. It's going to be even on both sides. And going into those flies. Two more repetitions. And set your weights to the side. Not too far away though, we're going to use them again later. Coming into a tabletop position. We're going to extend our right arm forward, taking our left leg back. And changing sides. Use a little bit of a balance move as well. Really have to stabilize through the core. And we'll do 1 more each side. Good. Take a little break on your knees, roll up your wrists. And we'll get ready for our plank. You have some options here. You can come onto your hands and your feet. You can drop down to knees. You can come down onto your forearms. Whatever feels best for you. You want to maintain that flat back. Curl the pelvis under, firm the shoulders. And just hold it and breathe. We're going to take our right hand directly under the body and roll over. You can drop your knee down if you need to. Reach your opposite hand up to the ceiling, or you can rest it on your hip, coming into our side plank. And slowly roll to the other side. Body's going to shake a little bit, but that's okay. We want it to do that. It means it's working. And rolling back into that plank, just for a few more seconds here. And come on down onto your back. Make sure your weights are handy. We're going to start with our bridge here. So just our basic bridge. Pressing our heels into the floor. We're going to lift our hips up towards the ceiling. Give the glute cheeks a good squeeze. And come on down. Just up and down. This time we're going to hold it up there. Maintaining that contraction. And slowly roll it down. Quickly hug the knees into the chest. Now we're going to make that a little bit harder. So you can take your weight here, set it across your pelvic bones, and lift hips up to the ceiling, and back down. Good strong squeezes. Now if you're finding that that is too easy for you, feel free to lift your right foot up into the air. There, that's a little harder. Feeling that glute cheek now. And if you have lifted your foot, changing sides now, taking the left leg up. Here's our last one. Good, come on down. Taking your weight in your hand, you're going to hold it up above your chest, and then just take it over your head. Soft bend in the elbows, and pull it back in. Make sure you're pressing your lower back into the mat, protecting your back. You don't want it to arch up. We're working on the muscles of the upper back here. Just a few more repetitions. Two more. Here's our last one. Good. Go ahead and set your weight down to the side. Hug your knees into your chest. Relax that lower back. You can roll gently from side to side. And strengthening is part of maintaining a healthy back, but so is stretching, especially if we sit a lot. Very hard on the back. All right, we're going to drop our feet to the floor. Take our right ankle across our left knee and hug the legs into the chest. Should be feeling a nice stretch up the side of the hip right here. Taking some deep breaths of air. And changing sides. Draw it in. Good. Hug the knees into the chest once more. And then drop the right foot to the floor, taking the left leg up towards the ceiling. Pull your toes back towards you. If you can, drawing your hands around the back of the thigh and slowly draw the leg in towards you. You can have a soft bend in your knee here, stretching the hamstring. Good. Going over to the other side. Draw the leg in. And release that side. We're going to carefully roll over onto our hands and knees. Doing a little cat-cow here. Taking our hands under our shoulders. Taking our knees about hip width apart. As we inhale, lifting our head and sit bones up to the ceiling. As we exhale, dropping our head down, looking back at our feet. Squeeze your glute cheeks towards each other. And just going back and forth. Turning to that neutral spine position. And then you have a choice here. You can come onto your forearms and drop your head down and just rest here. If you want a deeper stretch, lifting into a nice down dog. Spreading the fingers wide, taking the hips up towards the ceiling and then pressing the thighs towards the back of the room. Pressing your heels down towards the floor as well. Rock forward slightly, come onto your knees. And thank you for being here with me today. Just before you go, I want to let you know that my book is out. I'm so excited to share it with you. So it's Teaching Aqua Yoga. You can find it on any of the online booksellers. So there that is. And if you want to check out my website, it's www.CorrineCipolafitness.com. Thanks for being here today. Bye.